Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Play action. Garoppolo. He's got it to Williams. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
Here's the 5th-round rookie from Temple. It's Raquel Armstead. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 19 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Here we go. Wait, AD! Oh, you got deep? Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback. that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
To throw is Garoppolo. Complete. It's Henry. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. They'll be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback, who was the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner, as most of you know, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That's Garrett Bowles, the former first-round pick, the guilty party. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And now it's 2nd down. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
we go. 180. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Stay hot. Stay hot. Swing.
Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Let's go. Check 50. Check 50.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Like 80. 50.
From the 45 on second down. Garoppolo complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Here we go. 180. I got tripped this side. I got tripped this side. We got
From the gun, they go with Armstead. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
all day, baby, all day.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check right, under 10. Stay hot. 10. Stay hot.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They go back to the ground with Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back.
We got trips over here.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's complete. Henry. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight.
Go, boys. Let's go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they go to work on a first and goal.
Here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
That one complete to Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jamal Williams, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mayfield looks to throw. It's complete. It's Gore. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
180!
Third and long for Mayfield. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Cowboys.
Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mayfield to throw it. He's got Gore. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hill on the return. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well.
Here we go. 180! 59! And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep it.
They begin the drive with Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing, and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Deferring to Armstead on the draw. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Williams, and he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints on 3rd down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Garoppolo now. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Heading back out, Baker Mayfield as we call up our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. To throw, Mayfield, 11 yards there, 1st down. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Mayfield now from the 50. That's complete to Cobb. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Mayfield with it once more. Caught by Cobb. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mayfield on play action. Caught by Sanu. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Mayfield. Going to throw right side here. Complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
A 36-yard attempt.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're out to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
180. Strong right.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Gore again here on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second and 11 now. Mayfield. And this one brought in by Sanu. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes, might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how
pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Gore. Well, they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Sponge.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Check.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. On the return comes Cobb. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Mayfield. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A strong running. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Williams. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now Cobb to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing, Mayfield, and his throw is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
The field comes New Orleans. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. From the gun, Mayfield. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And again, it's Mayfield. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. Mayfield now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the... Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Going to the air again with Mayfield, and that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's got Smith here. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21.
Watch left. Stop.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Levine Toilolo, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about, not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by a field goal, a minute 45 to play. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Garoppolo. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll look to throw. 10 yards, good for Saints, 1st down. That's taken in by Callaway. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's back to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On 1st down, it's Gore. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. On first down, Williams, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. From the 41, Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. They complete it to Hill. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Decision to be made on fourth and just a few inches in overtime. What do you do?
I know you've got to weigh it out as a head coach, because if you don't get it, you've turned it over in a great spot for the opposition to go down and win the game. But fourth and inches, I think what most teams do is they say, if we can't get inches, we don't deserve to win anyway.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop. What can Mayfield do here on the OT? It's brought in by Sanu. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll run on first down. Gore. Reggie Nelson, the free safety, in on the stop. From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now a play fake here on first down. Caught by Sanu. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. First down, Mayfield. And this one complete to Smith. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. On third down, Mayfield. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On the toss, it's Gore. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. They have regained the lead. Remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Cowboys, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.